Hey everyone, Old Man Pete here. I used to watch the show all the time, especially when I was in college and later when I was like a young adult in my 20s. I was a night owl. I like staying up late. And that's, I had my own VCR at that time and I just started recording this stuff. For what purpose? I don't know. This is like a video collection, It was just, so I didn't watch them all over and over and over again. But I'm kind of glad I did, record this because now I can share it years later. I know it's dated, but it's still, I still say it's funny. It's entertaining, and it's just not many other YouTubers are doing it. Okay, there's Dave. Oh, that was that crappy quality on that. We're going to pick it up where we left off. I think it was that Super Bowl one if you watched the last video. Anyways, let's just do it.
Are you alone? Are you bored? Are you an ophthalmologist? Why not pick up the phone and call 1-900-OPT-CHAT, the hottest new phone chat line for ophthalmologists only. Talk with up to 3 other ophthalmologists at the same time.
So the guy looks at the last line on the eye chart and he goes, E, F, E.
50 cents first minute, 20 cents each additional minute. Ophthalmologists under 18, ask your parents.
What the heck is that? Boy, those were big during the 90s. Not that I used them, was the chat lines. I mean, this was before, look, they're all using landline phones, We didn't have cell phones back in the early 90s. Okay, that was cute. That was like a mock commercial.
Their music.
Are you alone? Are you bored? Are you a David Letterman fan? Why not pick up the phone and call 1-900-DAVE-FAN, the hot new phone chat line where you can talk to other David Letterman fans coast to coast.
Hello?
50 cents first minute, 20 cents each additional minute.
That's cute. That's creative.
Hello? That event, we thought tonight maybe would be a good opportunity to compare these two men of history. Abraham Lincoln,
No.
Dan Quail.
Man, they used to pick on Dan Quail.
There are some uncanny similarities.
Let's take a look. Let's just find out and see here. Lincoln, of course, depicted on the $5 bill. Quail depicted on license photo with eyes closed.
Again, like the last video, I apologize. I know it's hard to read. I know it's very grainy and distorted, but it's an old videotape. This is the best. There's no way I can really fix that. You can still read it and you can hear it. That sounds pretty good.
Lincoln led the North into the Civil War. Quail led his fraternity brothers on panty raids. Lincoln once said, "Government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth." Quail once said, "Who left the cap off the cheese whiz?" Lincoln finally freed slaves. Quail finally freed Princess in Super Mario Brothers. Lincoln, members of his staff begged him not to work so hard. Quail, members of his staff beg him not to say, touch, or do anything. Lincoln shot in Ford's Theater while watching Our American Cousin. Quail, very disappointed with Police Academy 6. Lincoln allowed son Tad to ride pony in the White House. Quail allowed only to ride pony on White House driveway. Lincoln once shot a quail. Quail once barfed in the backseat of her fraternity brother's Lincoln.
That's funny.
Lincoln had secretary named Kennedy. Quail doesn't do anything that would require a secretary. Lincoln, entirely self-educated. Quail, entirely self-educated. Lincoln, every February Americans celebrate his birthday. Quail, every day Americans celebrate Bush's good health. Get ready. ready? You ready? Lincoln, when his nation needed him, he called upon his fellow citizens to fight for the cause of freedom. Quail, when his nation needed him, he called his dad. There you go. Quiz also. Take a look at this footage and then play along at home and mail the answers into your nearest PBS station. New Yorkers recognize this bird as A, pigeon, B, a rock dove, C, future falafel. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Falafel. Google it.
Number 2, this man is eating quickly. A, before his lunch hour is over. B, before the French fries get cold. C, before the owner of the lunch comes back from the restroom. This will be good. This pipe allows these men to A, protect electrical wiring. B, reinforce a scaffold. C, take a leak around corners. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tonight is the night that my mother and her friends take a nap so they can stay up real late to watch the show, and I couldn't be more proud. I hope you enjoyed that, Mom. There you go. It's a little something for you and the gals there in Indiana. Number 4, this little girl is perplexed by A, why New Yorkers seem to rush about so much. B, all the strange noises of the city. C, why so many cab drivers seem to be saluting her jacket.
What is that? I don't know.
New Yorkers recognize this man as A, a recent immigrant, B, a hardworking employee, C, the scheming bastard son of Chef Boyardee. Ladies and gentlemen, Truman Capote. Close enough. Close enough. Wow, man, that was a beauty. Cautious Manhattan mothers use a plastic cover to protect their children from A, smoke, B, carbon monoxide, C, stray spit.
I predicted that. I thought he was going to say that.
Number 8, these men are A, delivering a piano, B, hoisting a girder, C, ringing the giant bell that summons Batman. It's so painful. And finally, get ready with something big, something flashy, something distracting.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. In other words, cover me. This woman is A, shopper enjoying a treat, B, a tourist sampling a New York dessert, C, Tom Carvel's widow in mourning. There you go.
I don't know who that is. Tom Carvel. Oh, yeah, I know Tom Carvel.
That'll do it.
Thank you.
All right, you got this? We got 5 super...
Oh, I remember him. Super Dave Osborne. He was like a mixture between a stuntman and a comedian. I think this was like he was running like a drive-through here.
All right, you got this? We got 5 super burgers, 5 SFs, 3 super pizzas loaded, 5
It's
super
fake.
long
It's
stick,
all fake. It
5
didn't
super
really
salad,
happen.
Super Dave's special dressing, and 5 super colons. Are you ready? It's a challenge, gang. Let's go. Michael, start.
Go.
Are
45 seconds.
those the burgers?
Yeah.
Fries?
30 seconds.
We got the malts. Salads. Come with a cold.
15 seconds.
Thank you very much. And now, Mr. Hakahito, you can drive through and get your order with 10 seconds to spare.
All right, thank you.
It's fake.
How the hell do you do that? License photos. Here we go. Number 10.
Oh, top 10 list. Top 10 goofy audience driver's license photos.
Eric Friedenthal, New York. I think we found the guy who's been tampering with the Sudafed. That's number 9. David Brewer, Pennsylvania. Can balance a full cafeteria tray on his head. Number 8, Frederick Mayer, New Jersey. Hey, while you're taking this picture, I'm taking a leak. Okay. I'm even more proud of that one. Number 7, Malcolm Boyd, New York. Even in the Department of Motor Vehicles, it's important to be cool. Thank you, Malcolm. Number 6, Barbara A. Scultheady, Connecticut. Mr. Johnson, time for more medication. Get that one. Number 5, Scott J. Rayo, New York. Kicked out of Menudo for stealing, is what it says here. Patricia Larkin from Alaska. She was in a bar fight the night her photo was to be taken, so that's not there. Mark Sullivan, Massachusetts, has 6 hitchhikers buried under his porch. Number 2, Mark Sadati, Ohio. Wipe that smirk off your face, pal. Yeah. And the number 1 goofy audience driver's license photo, Scott Gruber, New Jersey. Go to the graveyard and get me a fresh human brain. Thank you.
That was good.
Pat Cooper, yes,
Dave,
Paul?
would you excuse me for a second?
What's the matter?
Well, this is something that I don't often do, but once in a while, a man has to step back and just take a moment to say thanks. So if you could just indulge me for just 1 second.
Oh, sure.
On bass, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Will Lee.
Will, thanks, Will.
On the lead guitar, Mr. Sid McGuinness. Sid on the guitar.
Good.
On drums, Anton Fig.
Anton.
I remember
Our
him.
fabulous sound consultant, a man who works round the clock with me every day, Mr. Michael DeLug in the booth. Michael, thanks for everything. That guy right over there who's pulling on that cable there, I don't know his name, but sir, you're fabulous. You're just wonderful, that man. The man who hosts Nightline, night after night, questioning those international cats about the world at large, Mr. Ted Koppel. Everybody, Ted, thank you.
I haven't seen him in a long
The
time.
president of the Hair Club for Men, Cy Sperling, everybody. And you know, he's not just the president, he's also a client. The guy who claims to be a janitor, but he's really just stealing money from my dressing room every night during the show. Thank you, sir. Mr. Eddie Albert, ladies and gentlemen, I've always kind of admired him. I don't know why. Our fattest president, William Howard Taft, 350 pounds of chief executive. My evil twin brother, Raymond. Thank you, Ray. Samuel K. Skinner, our Secretary of Transportation, and a man of destiny, the sparkling taste of Schweppes seltzer water, everybody. The editors of Webster's College Dictionary, you're all fabulous. And last but not least, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America.
You forgot Dwight, the troubled teen. Just turn around now and say thanks to Dwight.
And Dwight, thank you, Dwight. Gee, he's troubled. Thank you, Dwight.
He's psychopathic, I think, is the word. Here's a name out of the past a little bit. Al Martino.
Al Martino, here in my heart. Al Martino.
I guess that's
Al
the same
Martino
one.
had a big #1 record called Here in My Heart. He did not have the hit record until he went to the boys. When he went to the boys and said, can you put my records in the jukeboxes? They said, okay, Al, but you gotta pay. So Al said, I don't want to pay, and they beat him up. He went to England. All you had to do was give the guy a few dollars. You would have got beat up. You would have stood in this country.
Yeah. Now, Pat.
Put him on the jukeboxes.
Yeah.
They said, okay, Al, whatever you say. Now his record became #1. He turns around. He don't want to pay.
man.
Then don't start with that nonsense. So they whacked him out.
Yeah.
He went to London, married an English girl. That's the end of the story.
I don't know. These are so funny. I think we already did one of these, the record collections. This is one of my favorite segments.
Here now, Dave's record collection. My first record, An Evening with Hugh Downs. Tonight we'll be listening to something called If I Had Some Magic Shoes.
If I had me some magic shoes, I'd walk away and leave my blues.
You know, I think think the folks at 2020 performed the exorcism on the wrong person.
Magic shoes.
Next, the Tea Council presents Overture. We'll be listening to Iced Tea Jingle. Here we go.
Why don't you have iced tea more often?
Doesn't that thought strike
Boy, that's
you
old.
just right?
Sounds like 50s or
Iced
60s.
tea more often?
Why don't you have iced tea tonight?
Kind of cute, isn't it, Paul?
Must drink iced tea more often. Must drink iced tea more
All right. That's good, Paul.
often.
Cute.
Our next record is the dictation disc, and we'll be listening to 70 words per minute. Here we go.
Tell me how many hours your employees work. Tell me how efficiently they do their work and how many employees you can get along without.
Well, you can start by getting rid of the guy who talks funny. Yeah. All right, our next record, You Be a Disc Jockey. Here we go.
You just put the needle on a really unique record album. With this record and the scripts that are included, you become a disc jockey. You introduce the records. You interview Dee Dee Sharp and Bobby Rydell. You become the star of your own record show.
That's right. You try it once or twice. You lose interest. You put the record away forever. You become a guy who paves driveways.
Probably make more doing that. Oh, no. That Merv Griffin.
What a thoughtful, loving, caring, understanding audience. Merv Griffin, as time goes by, let's listen to You and Me Against the World.
You and me against the world. Sometimes it feels like you and me against the world.
Okay. I believe Merv has released a new version of this called Me and My Lawyer Against You and Your Lawyer. Here now, to improve your vocabulary and speech, we'll be listening to The Obsequious Waiter. Here we go.
Now the word obsequious, referring to someone who is extremely deferential, who bows and scrapes. Here's the sentence to practice. He was annoyed by the head waiter's obsequious manner.
Boy, oh boy, that waiter sounds like a jerk, you know?
Dave, another great, fabulous joke. You know, you always know how to deliver the finest in late-night entertainment. You really are.
Obsequious.
Thank you. We try with these things.
Many of the audience members are carpooling home with Larry, and they're on I-95 now, headed south. Sounds of Medicine, Operation and Body Sounds. We'll be listening to Surgical Operation on a Boy with a Cyst in His Neck. Here we go.
Stay close to the object you're removing. Spread, cut. Spread, cut. Up close to the
All right,
object.
Hal, that made everybody sick. Let's hear the Ice Tea song a little more. Oh, never mind. It's making me sick, too. All right, take that off. Forget it.
Iced tea
Yeah, I know.
more often. Must drink. Must drink.
And finally, we have speech training for birds. We'll be listening to I'm a Bad Bird. Here we go.
Bad bird. I'm a bad bird. I'm a bad bird. I'm a bad bird.
You know, Paul, what's really sad? That's the voice of Dan Rather.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's the end of Dave's record collection. We'll be right back.
I think I'm going to end it there. Those were really funny. That's one of my favorite segments when he does the record collection. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Oh. A lot of those were very creative, like the 900 line, you know. It's just, I like creative comedy, you know, something that's kind of off the wall, but it's still creative, you know. I appreciate stuff like that. I guess that's why I enjoyed this show so much. That was fun. Those were good. If you liked it, much as I did, because I did, I hope you did too. If you did like it, like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, be sure to subscribe. So have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Bye.